but I don't know yet. I mean, I'm not sure.
We'll
I'm
never
pretty
know.
sure, but I'm not 100% sure. Shall we start talking to the people? Start
Let's
talking.
talk. Let's
Oh
talk to
no,
ourselves.
the Facebook thing was not able to connect.
Oh,
We have failed on one of the live streams. Oh, that's so annoying. We tested that earlier. I wonder what went wrong. Um, all right. Well, I will connect to the other one instead.
hmm.
These technical glitches, it's part of the magic now.
It's
The
part of the
magic
fun.
that's happening.
This is my favorite part.
This is your favorite part?
Yeah,
Not the part where we like play music or um,
this is
do
part of it.
magical things on screen with the magic of screens.
This is magic.
No, it's true. I mean, it's good. I just can't tell if there's people out there watching it. Okay, on Facebook, it looks like there are people watching.
So it's working on Facebook.
Yeah, it's working on Facebook.
Cool.
Hey everybody, this is part of our slow start, it's like a soft start, just sort of like ease into it. It's like easing into a hot bath, you know.
Oh, this is magic.
No, it's true. Yeah. Don't
Here's something.
don't be alarmed. Everything's fine.
Is
And
it?
okay. And my dad just texted me to say you are live on YouTube. So, thanks, Dad.
Excellent.
All right.
Yeah,
Let's
welcome everybody.
Yeah, let's put on a show.
Yeah.
All right. Welcome everyone to the charming disaster quarantine Livestream. I believe that we are up to episode 8 now. Can you believe it? We have been doing this for 8 weeks in a row.
And this is a very special edition. This is our librarian edition.
That is
Very
true.
excited about.
The special librarian edition.
We dressed appropriately.
I always dress like this.
Are you gonna wear your spectacles?
Oh, for the librarian thing, yeah.
And
Yeah,
I just
I can't see a thing.
can't see a thing. Oh,
Oh.
oh, there we are. Oh,
That's better.
excellent. There you are.
Mm-hmm. Welcome, everyone. If you are new to Charming Disasters Quarantine Livestream, this is a donation-based concert, which means that if you are in a position to support our music through your donation, we appreciate that, and there are a few ways that you can do that. Jeff, maybe you want to share that screen with the donation link?
Sure do.
And Dan, you could share those in the chat. Oh, that is just lovely, lovely looking image. So
Well, if people want to donate a
flamingo, a flamingo, or a croquet set, or any sort of combination.
or hedgehog, there's a hedgehog.
Oh yeah, there's a hedgehog. All right, I think we can bring that down now. If you are in a position to donate to us, we appreciate it. But if you are financially stressed, then this is our gift for you. It means so much to us to know that so many of you are joining us every week and finding a little bit of community here. And it's been really a balm to our spirits to get to interact with you in this way.
No doubt.
So, yes. Oh, and also your donations, we are paying it forward. People have been very generous and we're really appreciative, and we've been paying it forward. So all our April shows, we donated a portion of the donations that we received to one of our favorite local spots, Pete's Candy Store, which is a small, intimate bar and music venue in Williamsburg that's been around for about 25 years, and it's got this like charming, delightful little back room, and we've played some of our favorite shows there, and it's a really special place, and it's the kind of place that you want to survive this,
Most definitely.
so that we can go back there afterwards.
We shot our Tiny Desk video there, our last Tiny Desk video.
We did. So we are sharing their GoFundMe link. We put in a little chunk a couple days ago based on the April concerts, and we're gonna pick another recipient for the May concerts. Yeah. Oh, and also a big thank you to everybody who ordered or pre-ordered The Librarian. I Am a Librarian, our new single. We're so happy to finally be sharing her with the world. It's really disconcerting to see myself in these, which is weird because I wear glasses all the time in real life, but I'm very nearsighted, so my eyes are usually like tiny in the lenses, and I'm really having a hard time with this. No, it's good. I like it. Just it's weird.
I think I'm doing fine.
Yeah, I mean, you look nice. You look like a
You look very nice.
you look like kind of like a banker or something who might possibly embezzle a lot of funds.
I need a visor, I think.
You need those like arm suspender things.
Yes.
Anyway, to begin our show, I think we ought to talk about the tarot card that is.
Yes. Let's draw a tarot card.
For the evening. Okay. Today's show is brought to us by the Queen of Swords, guardian of the intellect, of learning, of dispassionate observation. She welcomes you to use your powers of observation and intellect to react to the situation. And her large sword might just be a paper cutter or letter opener. Queen of Swords, she blesses this show.
Excellent.
All right, so now that we're all settled in and we know what the like divinatory theme is, I think we ought to play some music.
Oh, me. Should I play some music? Can I play some music?
Would you?
I would love to.
Yeah, you should get your guitar.
I need this. This song is from the last Conorito album called Sea Monster. The song itself is called Sea Monster. So, here we go. Move around, beat the ground, make a sound just to hear an echo. Swim away, seize the day, voices that hyperventilate, listen to the wind blow, the glitter of the diamonds in the sky, the racket of the voices on the inside. Running scared, go somewhere, heard a sound, it must have been the telephone. Going west, do what's best, voices in my head, I heard them on the radio. Crash my car, make a brand new start. Friends I have always seem to drift apart. Sea monster, sea monster, sea monster, sea monster. I remember things how they used to be. Spanish moss draping on the willows. The quiet girl from the library, she spent the night, rearranged the pillows. We didn't say much, but we read a lot. You couldn't have more than what we got. Sea monster, sea monster, sea monster, sea monster. I feel a feeling deep in my bones, and heaven knows my bones are much older than me. Submarines ping, won't leave me alone. Poseidon knows my home is the sea, away from you and me. Heaven knows my bones are much older than me. Submarines ping, won't leave me alone. Poseidon knows my home is the sea, away from you and me. here we go. I remember, I don't know how I got this way. Doctor said it must have been the telephone or the plastic dish in the microwave. Doctor said it rearranged my spinal bone. Yes, the other day I was feeling fine, till a very big fish came and took the line. Sea monster, 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 sea monster.
Yay! I'm fond of that song.
Remember we used to play that?
Remember how it used to be? Isn't that how it goes?
I remember. Yeah, I forgot the words though. Fittingly.
It's okay. Yeah, so that was Sea Monster from Codarina's album of the same title. I have such fond memories of playing that with your brother Jerome on the drums and that big pause at the end, and we'd all be like,
And the drum solo and the craziness.
oh yeah,
Those were the days.
those were the days. But this is good too. This is nice. What are you drinking?
Oh, I'm drinking a whiskey.
That's nice.
It's a old granddad,
Mm.
which I thought was fitting.
Mm.
Don't
Yeah,
you think?
I think so. I just peeked over at the comments in the Facebook, and your mustache is getting a lot of
Oh yeah, can we talk about my face topiary right now?
I know you want to.
Every week it's just an ongoing thing. I want people who are following along at home to get the full deal. So every week my face has undergone some different kind of hedgery, and it started off with like a penciled in mustache and a beard scruffy thing, and then a goatee, and then I had this little thing here supporting the mustache, and now today it is on its own. It is flying free without any support from my chin.
How? How
Yeah.
does your chin feel about it? Is your chin liberated?
It's free and easy.
It's like a naked chin.
Naked chin. It gets lots of shade from the upper regions here. So who knows what next week will bring?
Yeah, well, that was my next question. Was like, what's your plan exactly?
There's no plan. Every week will be something different.
That's exciting. It's exciting. Let's see. We have a question come in over the transom. Someone asks, what is the poster art behind me? It says Cabaret Magyar, which was a festival of Hungarian culture back in 2009 that I got to be part of. It was hosted by Nick Jones, who is a performer who ended up going on to write for Orange is the New Black. Really funny guy. And his concept for this show was that he would ask a lot of non-Hungarian nightlife performers who knew nothing about Hungarian culture to create an act for this show, which is at the former Galapagos in Brooklyn. And I wrote 2 songs. One was a sort of ode to all things Hungarian. I went to the library. Actually, this is perfectly fitting for this show. I went to the library and I took out all the books about Hungary that they had, which was like 2 books. And I read them, and then I was like, okay, if you were writing a song about Hungarian culture, what are all the like check boxes you'd want to hit? So I wrote that song. It's on the internet somewhere.
I saw it. I saw a video of you. You have very long hair.
Yeah, it was a long time ago. And I also wrote a song about Attila the Hun, which there's some great Hungarian legends about Attila, and I wrote a sort of doomed love song about Attila and his bride who murdered him. Oh. It was hard for her because she needed to avenge the death of her family, but also she really did kind of catch feelings for Attila, but she still had to stab him in his sleep because what are you gonna do?
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Anyway, Cabaret Magyar was a good time.
Good times.
I guess I should probably play a song too.
Would you please?
I mean, if you insist.
Would you please?
Which song was I going to play? Oh, yes. All right. This is a Sweet Soubrette song. It's called Laws of Conservation.
Cool. I'm going to disappear and you can turn on your OG sound.
Thank you for the reminder. I will. And nothing ever disappears completely. Bruises fade, but x-rays find the places where the fractures were. And somewhere in your captain's log, you keep a faithful catalog of every single hurt. And what on earth to do with all the faces and moments that accumulate like dust or snow, or anything that falls so very quietly and slowly? If the people in your memory could keep each other company, would that make you less lonely? The laws of conservation say the more things change, the more they stay the same, the more they change. It makes no difference, come what may, you know that what you throw away is what you can't escape. Nothing ever disappears completely. Take a hatchet, bury it, and something will come up again. But whether it's a weapon or a plowshare or an instrument of beauty or a tree that fells itself, there is no telling. The laws of conservation say the more things change, the more they stay the same. The more they change, the more they stay the same. The more they change, the more they stay the same.
Oh, what a good song.
It's science,
It's science.
but it's a little sad, but also science.
Science is a little sad sometimes
It's true.
because it disproves magic. Sometimes.
Sometimes it proves magic.
Sometimes it proves magic.
You know, like when all the photographers and like seance people went to study seances and mediums and found that it's all real.
That's right. That's right. Speaking of magic,
Yeah,
you had a birthday recently.
I did. I did. It's true. I am now 1,000 years old.
How
But
is this an even number?
I feel good. I feel good. Yeah, it was kind of a big one. But I, I'm in my prime.
Yeah.
So but I got some really good birthday presents.
Yeah. Would you share some of these presents that you got?
I wanted to show off a few of the fun things. So this is what's called an oak gall. And an oak gall is created by a kind of insect that a wasp, right? And like these galls, it looks like they're sometimes called oak apples. They hang from the branches of the oak trees. They look like fruit, but they're not fruit. They're just like the wasp sort of reprograms the oak branch tissue to create this protective thing, and it lays an egg in it. And then you can see there's like a hole in it, and that is where after the wasp develops, it escapes through this hole, and this thing is just this like hollow kind of thing. And it's kind of neat. Like it doesn't hurt the oak tree, and it's this kind of interesting curiosity. And some good friends of ours, Bob and Trish in Chico out in California, where we got to play last year a couple of times with them. They have a band called The Empty Gate, which is really great. And Trish is also she's a botanist, horticulturist, and they had all these oak galls on their trees on their farm, and they sent us a couple. So birthday oak gall. Oh, and also these are often used to make ink because oak contains a lot of tannins, and so these oak galls are valuable for ink makers. So that was one present. And Carrie in in Washington sent this care package, including this amazing old ukulele sheet music which is so cool. A song called They Love It, which is all about how to get an older woman to fall in love with you. The spoiler is just compliment them a lot. They love it.
They love it. They love that.
And and Jeff, I loved you. You gave me a really lovely present too. I'm going to show it off to everybody. Jeff made me this notebook, which features a show poster from one of the shows of our May tour that we had to cancel because of the coronavirus pandemic. Look at this gorgeous poster. And this show, I just want to mourn this show a little bit because it was going to be at this like tarot and curiosity and taxidermy shop in this oddity shop in Chicago that we sort of fell in love with on Instagram. And I cold called them and we like made friends with the owner, and she was like super on board to have us do a show in her oddity shop. And this notebook is the fossil that remains of that. But hopefully we can do it in the future after this apocalypse is over.
Yes.
Yes.
Cool.
Wow. Oh, and the other thing I got is today in the mail, I received this gorgeous feathered headpiece, and I don't know who it's from. There was no note, there was no shipping receipt, there was no anything. It came from the UK, and it was addressed to me as Ellie, which kind of dates it to a certain period. So I have some suspicions, but if you are watching this and you gave me this, please out yourself immediately because it is so fantastic.
Could you come in a little closer so we can see it?
Yeah, look, it's like feathers. It's got these like dealy bobber feathers, which I'm really fond of. It's pretty color. Yeah. So
perfect.
If you are responsible for this, you must tell me.
It was not me.
Okay. Will you play us another song, Jeff?
I will. Let me do that. Let me get this thing. All right. Here it is.
Did you turn on your OG sound?
Sure will.
Great.
Okay. This is a Coderino song, big surprise. And this is from the first album, Broken Land. And it is a tango. It's a story about someone who's lost someone and he feels desperate and he might end his life, but he might not. All right. I'm standing on a block of ice, waiting for it to slowly melt. I thought I'd take my own advice, but here I'm talking to myself. I never ever learned to dance the cha-cha or the slow tango, but I bet she's learned in France with a man she does not know. La 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 la. La 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 la. Angels are circling my head, flying sweetly round and round, and I feel like old King Kong when I try to knock them down. The only thing she left behind was loneliness and despair, wrapped up in a tiny note with a lock of curly hair. If this is the way it's going to be, then I don't want to be me anymore. I said if this is the way it has to be, then I don't have to be. la 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 la. Ooh. La 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 la. Ooh. Sometimes I really, really want to. Sometimes I really don't. Sometimes I forget what I should do. This time my feet are very cold. Sometimes I really, really want to. Sometimes I really don't. Sometimes I forget what I should do. This time my feet are very cold. If this is the way it's going to be, then I don't want to be me anymore. I said if this is the way it has to be, then I don't have to be. And that was called Dangle Tango.
Dangle Tango. I'm very fond of that one as well. What the people don't know is that in Codarino, when you made me join Codarino, which was a great thing. When I say you made me, I don't mean that as a bad thing.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not sure if everyone is familiar with the musical instrument, the claves, which are they are percussion instruments. They're sticks. They're like cylindrical wooden sticks, and you hold them in your hand. And you go clack, 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 clack.
It's an essential instrument in that song.
Oh, I know, but I never played it before. And you're like, here, play this. The song is in 7. Oh wait, no, this isn't the one that's in 7. It's the other one. Right. It's been a while. But in my mind, the whole time you're playing that, I'm like clack, 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 clack.
You're the best clacker we had.
It was really fun. I usually did not bash my thumb also, although occasionally.
Yeah.
But that's like the sacrifices you got to make.
And you've continued on claveing, haven't you?
It's true, I have.
Fun Crust.
It's true. The Fun Crust Brass Band, that is one of my instruments. And they are, in fact, your claves that you loaned to me.
That's really cool.
Yeah. Yeah, let me know if you need them back.
I will.
I wonder if there are any questions. Oh, we should have announced this at the top of the show. But typically during these quarantine live streams, if you have burning questions for us, we are here to answer them. And if we don't know the answers, we will make something up, or we'll just do our best. We're all just doing our best right now. That's all we can really ask of ourselves. So yeah, if you have questions for us about things scientific or philosophical or practical, metaphysical, we're untrained in all those areas.
Yeah, physical, metaphysical.
Untrained, but confident. We have a lot of confidence, and I like
a lot of opinions. Yeah,
we could tell you what to do. If you need some like romantic advice, anyway, just put in no pressure. It's so nice to see all of your comments. It's hard to keep track in all the things, but I'm just scrolling through and seeing a lot of names that I love to see. It's really nice. Peter Bafana wants to know, what is tapioca made of? Peter, tapioca is made of tapioca, obviously.
Really?
Which comes from the cassava root, which I believe is poisonous if you don't treat it correctly. You have to like soak it in cold water or something. Am I making this up, or does this sound right to you?
No, it's very poisonous.
Yeah, it's very poisonous, but if you like soak it or do something to it, then
make it into pudding, it's fine.
I mean, it's fine. It's like bland. It's not great, but it's fine. Oh, and Mike Gawkin. Oh, wait, there's somebody asks. MC Amarine asks. I think you get this one, Jeff. What is your favorite animal?
Oh, today. I really love the flying squirrel. It's very close to my heart. But the flying fox has been a new flying mammal that I really, really enjoy.
Tell us about the flying fox.
they're just cool. They have snouts. They're in the, they're a type of bat. They're larger than the typical bat. They don't have the like smushed up face that a lot of bats have. They have like a very fox like, they just beautiful animals, and they soar and glide in Australia. That's a lovely animal. That's my favorite animal this week, I think.
I feel like that's been your favorite animal for a while, though, because you've talked about the flying fox kind of a lot.
Well, it keeps renewing every week until I find a more favorite animal.
Okay.
How
Fair.
about you?
Oh, I'm gonna pass on that one for now because
Oh,
I feel a little pressured about it, and
okay. No
that's,
pressure. No pressure.
I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings.
I understand.
Yeah.
Someone's asking if I have a new favorite cocktail or any favorite cocktail.
And
I don't. I'm just
it's like
having
whiskey
straight
neat,
bourbon.
whiskey bourbon straight up. That's a cocktail,
Straight
right?
up. That's my favorite
I
cocktail.
think if you just make up a name for it, then it's a cocktail.
The Country Gentleman
All right.
or something.
No, that's good. I like it. I would order that. Mike Gawkin asks, when are you going to play the saw on the wall?
Oh no.
Hmm.
I
You know
thought no one
how
would ask.
well, you know how like if a gun shows up in the first act of a play, the gun is gonna go off later in the play. I'd like you all to think of the saw in that way.
It is a gun. It's the gun of hardware.
Something terrible is gonna happen.
Is that my saw?
Yeah, it's your saw.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can cut my claves up into little pieces, and we could share the clave.
That's true. So the answer to the saw question is maybe, definitely later sometime, maybe even during this show. We'll see how we're feeling.
Okay.
Oh, and now the questions are just pouring in.
Oh.
Should we do one more and then we'll do another musical?
Let's do the romantic advice request.
All right, I'm gonna read this out loud. My girlfriend and I are talking about moving in together, but she has a snake phobia. And I have the world's most adorable scaleless rat snake, Chrysanthemum. How can I get her to acknowledge my son's existence? That's a tough one. I mean, snakes, like, people have really visceral reactions to snakes.
It's true.
And it's hard to get around that. I mean, it's not an intellectual response. It's a core limbic system kind of physiological emotional response. And
there are ways to gain tolerance, and I think baby steps is very important.
Baby steps.
Start with pictures of a snake, maybe a rubber snake. Introduce a rubber snake into
rubber snake.
Yeah, and then kind of move on. Go to the zoo. Go to the snake exhibit at the zoo, and and then slowly acclimate your friend into being comfortable with snakes. And I think and that could be a fun series of dates right there. That could be included.
Yeah, I mean, those sound like some fun outings to me. But I think it's important to be really understanding that a phobia is not like it's not like a mental hang up. It's not like a prejudice. It's not like a wrong idea. It's like, it's like pretty wired in. So
of course.
Yeah. So I don't know what the answer is, but maybe you could get like I don't know, some sort of tunnel system or something.
To actually like be a snake.
Yeah, to be a snake.
Okay.
Oh, before I play, we're gonna move on to some more music, and then we'll get back to some more questions. But I know that some of you are probably wondering what the solution to the feather mystery is, and I just received a text from my mother. My mom got me this. Mom, so nice. Thank you. Nice. It's beautiful. If this is the thing that I was like, I don't need more stuff in my house, I just want to publicly say that I'm sorry, and you're always right about buying me things to wear.
There you go. You heard it here.
All right. How about some music?
Yeah.
I'll turn on the original sound so it doesn't sound bad. Staple yourself to me, baby. Don't go fluttering off in the wind. Let me puncture you with my teeth. Fix you with a steel pin. I don't know why I can't just let you pass me by. No. But I don't know who I'd wanna stick around, baby, but you. Make me a bracelet of paper. Chain me lightly and don't let me go. Let me just feel the kiss of your hand round my wrist, and I'll run, but I'll run nice and slow. I don't know why I can't just let you pass me by. No. And I don't know how I'm supposed to get through right now. 'Cause I don't know when I'll get to see you again. But when I do, I'll wanna stick around. I'll wanna stick around, baby. I'd stick around you.
Nice. So good.
That was called Stick Around, and that was off of Sweet Sue Brett's album Days and Nights. It felt oddly topical for a song that I wrote a long time ago now, like a dozen years ago.
Haven't you noticed all the songs are topical now?
I know. I'm starting to wonder if maybe we're some kind of prophets.
Mm-hmm.
Just it's a theory. How are you feeling? How's your mustache feeling?
I think it's gonna rain in the next couple days. That feeling.
Folks, if you're just joining us or rolling in a little late, this is the Charming Disaster Quarantine Livestream. And once again, we remind you that this is a donation-based concert, which means that your support makes us able to keep going with this. So if you're able to share a donation with us in support of the music, we really appreciate it. And again, if you are not in that position, no worries, then this is our gift to you.
And we thank everyone who's been donating and purchasing things on Bandcamp. It's just been amazing.
So much. We have a lot of packages going out tomorrow to a lot of you. So thank you so much. And also today, Bandcamp, which is one of the platforms where we make our music available, Bandcamp is waiving their revenue share today, which means that any music you buy from any artist on Bandcamp today, May 1st, all the sales income goes to the artists. And it's a really nice thing that Bandcamp does. And I think they're doing it once a month now during this crisis. So yeah, we love Bandcamp. And if you get our music today, it all comes to us to fund our, absinthe and fascinator addictions.
Yeah, I have to get on that fascinator train.
It's fascinating.
It is. Ah,
And today's an important big day for us. You want to
yeah.
tell them why?
Because today our single I Am a Librarian is released into the world for everyone to enjoy. We're so excited that it's finally out there, and yeah, it's out. It's out now.
It's out now. So we want to give a big shout out, not only to those of you who are currently watching, who we know are librarians, like Meryl, we see you out there, Meryl, and Tara, and like there's a lot of librarians in this world. But we also wanted to do a little tribute to some of the notable librarians of
Yeah,
popular culture whom we admire. Jeff, do you want to take it away?
coming up. Okay. Well, do you want to talk about who this librarian is?
Sure. This is Belle DaCosta Green. She was the librarian of J.P. Morgan's personal library, which later became the Morgan Library and Museum in New York. And Belle DaCosta Green was a fabulous individual. She was quoted when somebody asked her if she and J.P. Morgan were lovers. She sort of looked at them and she said, "We tried." She got to spend so much money on so many rare books. She traveled around the world with a thoroughbred horse. And she was a woman, a young woman, doing this job in an era where women did not do things like this typically. And not only that, but she was a woman of color. Her father was a Harvard professor. I forget if he was a Harvard professor now or if he attended Harvard, but he was a black man who attended Harvard, and she was passing as white during this time.
Yeah,
So she's like a remarkable human being. She was like the original badass librarian, and we salute you, Belle DaCosta Green.
no doubt. All right, who else do we have? Ah, this is Party Girl, the movie, um, with Parker Posey plays a New York party girl, super fashionable, and she gets a job in the New York Public Library, I believe, and hijinks ensue.
Yeah. Well, the thing is that she's like this dilettante rich girl,
That's right.
and her like godmother bails her out like one last time, but makes her get a job in the library, and she hates it. And then, in spite of herself, she starts to really care about it and love it. And then there's this great scene where she like organizes her roommate that DJ's record collection, and he freaks out, and then he gets a really important gig, and he can find everything, all of his records. It's really cool.
It's alphabetized.
Like super nerdy. All right, who else do we have?
Oh, look, Marion the librarian from The Music Man.
Marion the librarian.
Yes, Shirley Jones dancing on the table with Robert Preston. Great song. What else? Ah,
Catherine Hepburn in Dusk Set, who is a reference librarian at a broadcasting company, and she just knows everything. The phone rings, somebody, I mean, this is fiction, mind you, but she's so great. Like the phone rings and she picks it up and she knows exactly where the information is. She can recite it over the telephone. And then Spencer Tracy's character comes in and he's installing a big computer, and all the librarians think they're going to be out of a job. But it turns out they can all work together. I just spoiled it for you, but that's not really the point. The point is the witty banter, and you should absolutely watch it. This is
so good. Such a good
essential
movie.
librarian popular culture.
So good. Ah, and this is Zelda Schiff from The Magicians, the sci-fi, like fantasy series that both Ellie and I are super big fans of.
Dust.
And it's on season 5, I think. We only have a few more to watch. And she's like a supernatural librarian that she rules the library in this other dimension, and she's really cool.
Yeah, and she's very powerful, but she kind of doesn't show off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she's got some cool glasses.
Yeah, those are cool glasses. Okay, and finally, you have to tell them about this.
Oh yeah, this is in like 1933, the WPA had this program called
librarians on horseback. And so they would set off these librarians in rural counties to both help spread literacy and to people who are in inaccessible locations, and to help people, and to provide jobs for these librarians. Though the WPA did not provide books. People donated books and magazines and newspapers and stuff, but these librarians would go all around the county delivering books to kids and adults and helping them read. What they would also do is they would, as these books would fall apart and these newspapers were kind of out of date, they would cut out these scrapbooks out of the newspapers and magazines and like paste them onto cardboard and have them as books that people can check out. And they would have them in different themes like recipes and sewing ideas and that kind of thing, amalgamated from all sorts of magazines and stuff. So that was pretty cool. And they also provided bookmarks.
Oh,
They didn't want people to be folding the pages, so they would cut up like old holiday cards and stick them into. So there you have it.
There you have it. Some of our favorite librarians of fact and fiction. And we're back.
And we're back.
Yeah. Oh, I have a joke about librarians.
Oh yeah.
Wait, do you wanna reenact it?
I sure do. Excuse me, miss, may I have a ham sandwich, please?
No, you're doing it wrong. You have to like tell them what's happening. Like a guy walks into a library. Here, I'll start. Right. A guy walks into a library.
Okay. I'm walking into a library. I'm a guy. I'm walking into a library and I say, excuse me, miss, may I have a ham sandwich, please?
Sir, this is a library.
Oh, I'm sorry. May I have a ham sandwich, please?
Yeah,
and that's it.
Yeah, I have to credit that joke to Magic Brian, actually. Magic Brian, if you're out there listening, that was your joke, and
so good.
I like it. Yeah. So the librarian, our song, I Am a Librarian, we wrote it about a year ago now, and we recorded it last summer. Some friends that we made, some fans who became friends, Aaron and Mike, approached us and asked if we would like to record a song at the Sugar Tank, which is a music studio in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. And so we went out to Lancaster, and we got to spend a couple days in this very cool studio there, and we got pretty inventive with the arrangement. There's glockenspiel and there's piano, and we're doing like stomping and clapping, and Aaron and Mike even joined us on some of the big gang vocals at the end. And we thought we would just share a little bit of our process with you. Jeff, can you find do you have the thing?
I'm getting it. Hold on. I lost it.
But it was such a gift getting to spend that time, and thinking back now, especially getting to travel to a place to make music together with other people in a room seems like paradise, pretty much.
Oh yeah, I know. Sorry, coming up. Well, maybe we can hit that up in a second.
Okay.
Oh wait, here it is.
Oh, okay.
Here it is. Okay, 1 second. It's loading. My internet is super slow. Okay. Sorry.
All right, I'm going to answer some questions while you
get. Please do.
Okay. So let's see. Melissa asks, is murder advised in any way, shape, or form? Asking for a friend. No, murder is not advised in any way, shape, or form. You have to make it seem like an accident. Otherwise, you get in a lot of trouble. Let's see. Tim asks, can you play that birthday sheet music song you got, Elliot? Maybe next week, if not tonight. Yes, I'm working on it. I just got it, and I need to practice. But it's a very cute song, and we will definitely be sharing it on one of our shows coming up.
Yeah, I can't wait to play that. Okay, I'm ready.
Okay, yeah, let's share with them just a little peek at our recording process.
Little peek. Just a little peek. There's us in the studio. There's Elia. And there's us measuring drums. It's me.
Some kind of owl.
Face. Yeah.
There you have it.
There you have it.
Yeah, that was pretty fun. And we got this great cover art by Susan Sass, which is really lovely. And we're gonna share that too, or
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh yes. I'm with it. Okay.
This is all leading up to us actually playing the song for you. We want to like, really build up the pressure. I can answer some more questions while you look for that if you like.
Yeah, sure.
All right. Lisa says, Jeff, do you have a cat? If so, can we see?
I have 2 cats, and you can't see them because they are hiding somewhere. They are actually siblings to Elia's cats.
It's true. They're all siblings of each other.
Ah, there we are.
There it is. I Am a Librarian. That's the cover art. It's by Sue Sass, who is a wonderful artist. And we were very lucky that she agreed to take on our commission. And you can follow her on Instagram. We're going to share a link in the comments. And there's one more little question I was going to answer before we get to the song, which was someone asks, is there a preferred donation method, one that takes the smallest cut? And I would say, like, really whatever is most convenient for you. Like, probably Venmo would be the one that takes the smallest cut. But we just want to make it easy for you all to do what you do.
Yeah. Good question.
Right. Well, so the Librarian, this song, is a duet, as all of our songs are. But we're gonna play it for you as best we can under the circumstances.
Yeah. Are you ready?
I am ready.
I am ready. Okay. I am a librarian. My mind is a cave. I don't understand how people behave. I'm greater than some of my parts that seem broken. I make my own costumes. I own my own name. A witch in the wintertime, philosopher, king. I'm not staring at you, I'm considering things. A natural scientist singing my song. Where I am going is where I belong. This is my time, this is my place. Behind a drawn curtain or right in your face. This is my time, this is my place. Behind a drawn curtain or right in your face.
Librarian, my tongue is a blade with sharp doubled edges to keep it at bay. A creature of habit, a half-wild animal, hungry to touch you but also afraid. An orbiting satellite, counting the stars, moving in circles out here in the dark. Prisoner of circumstance, lying awake, awaiting the moment I make my escape. This is my time, this is my place. behind the drawn curtain or right in your face. This is my time, this is my place, behind the drawn curtain or right in your face.
Did I make a crash landing in alien planet? Will others find me in time? Sometimes I think I'm the only one of my kind.
I am a librarian, my heart is a fist.
Fist in the air,
Air in my face.
I'm facing my fear.
My fear is a friend.
My friends are beside me, I'm
Ready for this. Set out the instruments, sought out the signs.
what I've been studying all of my life. This is my time.
This is my place, behind the drawn curtain or right in your face.
This is my time. This is my place, behind the drawn curtain or right in your face.
This is my time, this is my place, behind the drawn curtain or right in your face.
This is my time. This is my place, behind the drawn curtain or right in your right.
Right in your face. It's hard to play duets in this digital world.
It's challenging.
Yeah. But it's so lovely to hear that you all have been listening to that recording and enjoying it. And we could take a couple more questions, perhaps. One question that came up a little earlier is, what have we been reading?
Oh, good question.
Specifically, Elowen asks, what is your favorite book? But it's really hard to pick a favorite book. I mean, there's so many that are so important. And it kind of, there's so many that have been so important to me. So instead of sharing a favorite book, we thought we would share a kind of recommended reading list.
Yeah.
Books that are meaningful to Charming Disaster, that we've both read, that have influenced our songs. And there's an organization, a website called, what's it called?
Bookshop.org.
.org, yeah. And Bookshop works with independent bookstores to source. Bookshop works with independent bookshops. They give money to independent bookshops, and you can place your order through your own independent bookstore if you want near you. But it's a great alternative to like Amazon and the big corporations for getting books on the internet. And you can now watch for our recommendations.
Yeah. Do you have that link?
I think Dan has that link, and he's
Oh, good.
by the way, thank you to henchperson Dan lurking in the shadows, assisting us with this live stream.
Yeah, you might have caught a glimpse of him.
Just like a spooky apparition.
He's like a mysterious figure.
Yes.
Yes, thank you, Dan, so much.
Peter says he has a question for Jeff, but we don't know what it is. But Peter, I'm like racked.
I'm waiting. I am waiting.
Yes, the suspense, the anticipation. But specifically, Jeff, what have you been reading?
I've been reading this book, Waking the Witch, by our good friend Pam Grossman.
Oh, that looks really good.
It's really good. I'm done with it though. Actually, I just finished it. Would you like to borrow it?
I mean, if it's okay with you, I'd love to borrow it.
Yeah, I'm done with it, and like just give it back when you're done.
Okay.
You want it?
Yeah, sure.
Here.
Okay. Thanks.
Oh, good.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
cool.
This looks really great. Waking
Cool.
the Witch by Kim Grossman. It's on our recommended reading list.
Actually, can I get that bookmark back from you? Can you
This.
toss it back here?
Yeah, sure. Here.
Thanks.
Yeah, no
I
problem.
need these.
Yeah, no, I know they're precious. Elwin asks, when brooding Byronically, what do you recommend as a good location? Maybe windswept moor or seaside cliff? Those are good impulses, Elwin, but I would encourage you to think outside the box because you can really brood Byronically pretty much anywhere. Like, do you have a basement or like a, I don't know, a storage closet, a pantry, a mud room? Like,
Yeah.
you really got a roof. Sure. I mean, a roof is nice if you've got a rooftop.
Even a sunny window.
A patio. I mean, you can, it's really, it comes from within.
Comes from within. Definitely.
Yeah.
Oh, here's another question.
Yeah.
Jam, marmalade, or jelly?
Personally, I prefer grapefruit marmalade made by our friend Alicia in Lidditz, Pennsylvania. Alicia, I dream of that marmalade still. Thank you for hosting that house concert. See, if you hosted a house concert, we could be talking up your marmalade on our live stream.
I am partial to marmalade in general, and that was delicious marmalade.
That's really good.
Yeah.
What do we have left in our what we have left is some lightning round questions.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I like lightning. Ask me about lightning.
Oh, well, it's not lightning, but it's very close. Robin asks, how is Jeff achieving this? Not lightning, but lighting.
This lighting or just my glow?
I don't know. Your glow?
These are, I'll show the good folks what we have here. This is my time. This is my place, actually. These are holiday lights, LED holiday lights, which we used to wrap our mic stands with. And now I've repurposed them. Thank you for asking.
It is a holiday.
It's every day we do this is a holiday. Oh, that's better.
Yeah, that's better. Well, we're coming close to the end of our time together. And I feel sad about that. And I almost feel like maybe we ought to do another thing.
What do you want to do?
You know, I've got that brand new song I could try out on them.
Do you think they're ready?
I don't know. I don't know if they're ready, but I kind of thought it would be fun to share like an unplanned. Is this a bad idea?
No, go for it. I'll do a new song too. Okay. I'll just make up something.
All right, great. All right.
Your song is really good. You should play.
Well, all right. So here's the thing. I've been sewing a lot of masks over the last couple of weeks, and I finally wrote a song about masks, and it's. I just thought I would share it.
Yeah.
Is it crazy?
Do it.
All right, I'm gonna do it.
Do it. It's a good song.
All right. This song is brand new. No one has heard it practically, but you all are gonna hear it now. Yeah. All right.
I'm gonna blink out. You put on your sound.
Yeah. Okay. Here we go. Cut up the bed sheets and haul out the singer. Time for muscle memory to take you back to middle school. Home economics like great grandma Clara, sewing piecework in the tenement, or else Scarlett O'Hara ripping ball gowns into bandages. We're making do, covering our faces, learning how to work within the limitations. We are an army made of amateurs. We volunteer to gather up what rags and scraps of fabric we can stitch together, following a pattern that we already suspect will be inadequate to keep it out. Despite the coffee filters, but we're making do. Covering our faces, learning how to work within the limitations. And though it's nice to see how we can rise to the occasion, can you believe that we have come to this sad situation? The masks we make are brave, but we know they are only makeshift. So take a breath and work within the limitations. We are assembled in our separate assembly line home factories, a fashionista garment district workers. We're a victory garden blossoming with handkerchiefs we feed into the presser foot. Turn out some more of this homemade equipment, we are making do. Covering our faces, learning how to work within the limitations. To work within the limitations. To work within the limitations.
So good. I love that song.
Thanks.
Cool.
Jeanette C. asks, will you release almond milk and eggs from a few weeks ago? The answer to that is yes, very much so. I am working with a wonderful New York City-based artist named Ori Cosentino to make cover art for that right now, but it's all mixed, and in just a few weeks, I think you can expect to see almond milk and eggs come out.
Cool.
Cool. All right, Jeff, you want to?
The artwork was really cool.
Oh, it's really great. It's not quite
really cool.
finished yet, I think, but it's really beautiful.
I got to see it.
Stay tuned. Watch the space. Jeff, are there any other questions you want to answer from the questions before we...
I do. I have a question I want to ask you that Shane is asking. Since it's May Day, should we sacrifice a sacred king or just some random fan?
That is a good question. I mean,
I think.
Yeah, you look like you have an idea.
I mean, it has to be some sort of sacred king, because a random fan doesn't show the intention that we need. If we're going to make the sacrifice, we need a specific intention.
It has to be someone with a lot of power.
Yeah, even if it's just a scapegoat. Or just a, I don't know, an effigy of some power, something.
An effigy, yeah, like a wax doll, like a like a puppet.
Puppet.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Mike wants to know if you've ever been struck by lightning, Jeff.
Not that I'm aware of.
Do you have psychic powers?
Yes.
Great.
How about that?
Great. Well, we are now really coming to the end of our time. We're past the hour mark. And it means so much to us to get to spend these Friday nights with all of you out there floating in the ether and digital space and nowhere in particular, now that there is no geography and we're all just floating together in this strange world.
Yeah. It's so great to share this time with you. And if anyone has any suggestions for future shows, like outfits or, you know, tricks or things that we could do.
Sure. Themes.
We're open. Yeah. Themes.
If there are specific songs of ours that you'd like to hear us do separately or to try to do together, taking turns, we're open to suggestions.
Yeah.
Emily asks, is this song available to share? Not yet, but soon. I'm working on it. Now, at the end of our quarantine live stream, we have a ritual that we do. And if you're new, you might not know that we're big proponents of the Oracle of the Unicorns. This is a deck that I received by mistake a couple of months ago.
Or was it?
Or was it, indeed? So, I'm going to fan the unicorn cards. And Jeff, would you like to pick one?
Yeah. No. Come back.
Okay.
Okay, that one.
This one.
Yes, thank you.
Okay. Today's closing unicorn oracle is the intention unicorn.
Here we are.
Yeah, you were just talking about intentions. The intention unicorn. And what it says in the tiny print is, be clear and decisive. Focus on what you really want. Be bold with your requests to the universe. Universe, can we just like move on from this? Because this is getting a little ridiculous. Bold. Be bold. We want a cure. We want to go outside. We want to see our friends and play music. But until then, we want to stay inside and stay safe and not make things worse.
Of course.
All right. Well, intentions, unicorn. Thank you for your
Unicorn Deck.
your service.
And thank you, everyone, for
you,
celebrating this release of the Librarian today.
Yes, share it with your librarian friends, your librarian enemies, any librarians you know. We would love to let
research
them know what we
assistants,
think of them.
scientists, aviators.
And we'll see you here next week. We're going to bring back our special guest feature starting next week. We have some exciting folks lined up for the rest of May.
And stay tuned. Who knows what my mustache will be doing?
It's going to be so luxuriant. I can already tell.
Do you want me to share the thing one more time?
Yeah, share the thing one more time. Yeah, if you haven't been paying attention and you'd like to support our efforts here, these are some ways you can do that. Venmo to Charming Disaster, PayPal, virtual tickets, or get some stuff on Bandcamp because Bandcamp is waiving their revenue share today, and you can get some music. And we've been sharing links for Sweet Soubrette and Codorino songs throughout the show, and if you want to check out some more of that, we think you'll like it. In the meantime, stay safe. Thank you all so much for being here with us, and if you're working on the front lines, thank you for that as well.
Thank you.
We love you. We'll see you again soon.
Bye, everyone.